Hey YouTube, it's Ashley3G and I'm going to be reviewing the Drop Series case from Gumdrop Cases. This one is for your iPad 2 and it offers the ultimate protection for your iPad. Now it comes in several different pieces and later in the video I'm going to show you how to put all those together. But basically you have this polycarbonate shell here. This would be the frame for the front. And then you actually get a screen protector that integrates into this polycarbonate shell, and then this is the back piece for the back of your iPad. Alright, so after you get that onto the iPad, you'll wrap it in this nice thick silicone. And this is really where your drop protection comes in. Really, anytime you have a combo like this where you have a polycarbonate shell and then this really thick silicone, you're going to have a great amount of protection there. So I'll go ahead and kind of fast forward through installation, let you see kind of how it works, and then we'll go through the finer points of the review. Alright, so as you can see, I have the case fully installed now. Really not too hard. You just have to make sure that you get the silicone pressed in around the frame here, and then make sure all your ports are covered. And then if you'll come around to the back, once you have all that done, there are these little triangle pieces in the polycarbonate shell that the silicone just kind of slide into, so that there's not a whole lot of sagging back in the back here. And everything really does fit very nicely. Alright, so as you can see, we'll just go ahead and start right here. You have the Gumdrop logo embossed in the back. Everything is covered, but you have no problem accessing it when you need it. So if you'll pull the tab here, you can get to your dock right there. No problems with that, and it tucks in very nicely and there is a good fit. Again, not a whole lot of sagging going on. Now, the one issue that I had with the case was if you do not install it properly, or if you don't get a perfect fit, when you go to push the volume up or volume down rocker, it tends to want to stick. Now again, that's if you don't do it right, or if you haven't put everything into place absolutely perfectly. So what'll happen, you'll push volume up, and if it gets stuck, the volume will go all the way up instead of letting you do it one notch at a time. But again, if you get it into place, there's no problem with that. Now, of course, you have your rotation lock or your vibrate switch there, covered for that. And then a nice cutout for the rear camera here. No problems using that. Of course, your home button is covered as well. Very responsive. And then here you have your headphone jack. And it's pretty generous cutout there, so most headphones can be accommodated with that. Alright, so we will come back around to the front. Of course, you got a camera cut out here in the front, no issues with that. And then your home button is covered there. Another thing that at first I did not like about the case, if I'm just going to be honest about it, was the added weight. It does add a significant amount of weight, as you can imagine. I mean, you have this huge silicone piece that overlays the polycarbonate shell. So that is going to add some bulk and some weight to your relatively light iPad. Once you get used to that though, and if you don't mind it, the grip that it adds and the amount of protection is very nice. I do like to watch movies in bed at night or Netflix or whatever, and if I'm not using another type of case, I'll try to lay the iPad against a pillow or something, and the problem is that the iPad will slip down. Well, with this case on, the first thing, it has so much grip to it, so it's going to sit somewhere and not do a whole lot of sliding, and that's also in part to the added weight that it's putting down on the iPad. So you kind of prop it up somewhere and it's really not going to go anywhere. I did like that about it. I have been using the case for about a month. I don't know if I said that earlier in the video or not, and it's not come off until this video. I tend to do that just to kind of check things out. So when I took the case off to do this review, there was nothing underneath in terms of dust or debris or anything like that, and that was very impressive in and of itself. The silicone on the back here is kind of like tire tread. So it didn't pick up, you know, any dust or debris or anything like that, but it did pick up some fingerprints here and there. You can see, you know, like little marks that can easily be wiped away. So really not a problem there. I don't know if I showed you the speaker cutout down here. No problems with that. It works very well. Just overall a very solid case. I would give it 8 out of 10 stars, and those -2 stars are basically because of the added weight and then the sticking volume buttons, but that's kind of being nitpicky. You can get, you know, around those two things. As long as you don't mind the added weight, you can get around being able to put the case on correctly. So if you do like it, it retails for $59.95 on their website. Very good deal, especially if you compare that to the price that similar cases go for the iPhone. Very competitively priced. I'm very pleased with the case overall, and do appreciate Gumdrop Cases for sending this thing out to me for review. This has been Ashley 3G. Thanks so much for watching, and keep watching.